Hello, today we'll be playing Soulcreek. We're in the Black Zones now, and we're going to check out a satellite that somehow came on by itself. We will also look for salvage in favor of the auto monks listening to what Loken and the MC have to say about Hello, today we will be playing Soulcreek. So both the MC and Loken have reached the Black Zones. They will check out a satellite that somehow came on by itself, and they will also be looking for salvage in exchange for the auto monks listening to them about the MC and who it may possibly be. Ahead of us, I see one down structure that floods me with foreboding. Logan slows down, his ears twitching. You see the building ahead of us? I see it. We will search it for salvage. My face pales. Something might be in there. There's nothing. Come, focus on me. He takes off, swallowing my fear. I chase after him with eyes fixed on his fluffy tail. Soon a zephyr of dwelling comes into view. The house's neglected corpses crystallizes before me. At first I feel nothing, just a yearning desperation to hide from it. But then a creeping realization momentarily distracts me from my fear. This is the first sign of my civilization I have seen. What is this place? I do not know. Come. I found chunks of the structure are missing or torn off, like it's been pecked clean by carrion. Hollow windows stare coldly at me. Who lived there? A happy family? A happy human family? Where are they now? When the cascade began, did they stay behind or leave their home to rot, never to return? Logan fearlessly approaches the building and hops through one of the windows. I vault in after him. My boots crunch broken glass as my feet hit the ground. A foul stench oozes from walls, like stale water that drips from a Wayne Ross carcass. I will look upstairs. Don't leave me. You must spend time alone to attune your vigor. Do not speak with bite, or you will fail. I will not be far. Do not leave this building. Stay with these rooms. I'm not thinking straight. Deep down, I know why he wants me to be alone, to stay on my own 2 feet in this vacuum of dread. I creep back over to the window, peering nervously back outside. There is nothing. But is there? What's lurking behind that tree or that forest? What sneering, mocking faces will I catch in my peripheral vision when I'm least expecting it? There's something out there watching me. It's following us. I know it. Alex. Why, huh? I can't focus. Drain your mind of color. I don't know what that means. He looks momentarily irritated, but then his face softens. I will use different words. Alex, you must focus only the task. But we're nowhere near the rhinestone disc. No, that is the whole task. Focus only on the small tasks in this moment. You're looking for salvage within this building. That's the task. Only this and nothing more. When your mind wanders, bring it back to the task. Blur all other thoughts, only the task. I grit my teeth and try to push through the fog of paranoia clouding my mind. Yeah, what am I looking for? Use your wit. Anything you deem valuable, you take. Will other black wonders have stripped this place already? Perhaps, but there is always more. He moves off into another room. I like my footsteps, his bare feet almost completely silent. Now I'm alone. The walls of the house shield me from the glare of the black zone, but unseen danger could still be lurking anywhere. Focus on a small task in this moment. I start moving around the room. I think it may have been a bedroom at some point. The wooden drawers and cabinets have collapsed into heaps of rotten material, totally unusable. My eyes hover over a wardrobe. I briefly consider opening it, but the prospect of finding something within puts me off. The next room I check in is no better. A central table lies collapsed, shattered by some great weight. On the opposite doorway I spot 3 jagged marks about chest height where something has clawed at the rotting wood. Unnerved, I move over, run my hand over the marks and damp scars moistening my fingertips. What kind of creature did this? I spot something on a nearby shelf that distracts me. It's a music box. I gingerly take it down, place it on the palm of my hand, like I've just rescued an abandoned newborn babe from the wilderness. It's small, no bigger than a tiny matchbox. With trembling fingers I wind it. I'm amused to hear that it still works. Mesmerized by thoughts drift back to the owners of this place. This little box belonged to someone many years ago. Where was I when I died? Where was I when they died? Trapped unconscious inside a pod, hibernating for hundreds of years, whilst everyone else was slaughtered? Why was I saved? What happened to me? I hear something. I almost dropped the music box in my horror. Right next door to the room I came from, something moved. Noken? I hear it suffer a while again, dragging its feet through the broken glass. No, earlier, Logan's footsteps were silent. It's not him. I wait, my heart beating fearfully in my chest, but nothing happens. A petrifying dread freezes me in place. It's a black zone. Something chased me inside, or no, I'm being crazy. It was just a wind. I take a step towards the door, but the sign came from ominous silence follows. Logan. It's Logan, that's all it is. I consider running, but what if it hears me moving? I take another step. Nothing. It's just Logan. Nothing to be scared of. With only one step left, I press myself to the wall pier, my body tense, my heart racing. It's just Logan. But what if it's not? When my teeth clench, I turn my head and peer around the doorframe slowly. Ah! I jump inside, then breathe a sigh of relief. Fuck, scare me. You okay? Yeah, just got freaked out. I breathe into my cheeks to soothe myself, still clutching the music box tightly in my hand. You found salvage. I did, or well, now really it's nothing. Swallowing my fear, I step over to him and hold up the music box. Our chief would not be interested in this. I could trade it for something, though. Yes, take it. I did not find any salvage. We will carry on. I looked down at the music box in my hand, rubbing my thumb affectionately over it. I feel sad. This thing is all that's left of the humans who once lived here. They were real and happy. When I die, that's really it. We're all gone. It's only just starting to hit me now. All that's left of us is junk. It's fucking stupid. It's an injustice. Whoever lived there, they didn't deserve to be forgotten. My fist tightens angrily around the music box. I can't let this place drown me, like it drowned everyone else. Focus on the task. This and nothing more. The fear is still there, but alongside it, there's a yearning to see more. Let's go. Dylan smiles, and Lucas smiles. I think he understands. With a follow me jerk of his head, he moves back across the room and vaults outside again. Exhaling, I pocket the music box and follow. Wordlessly, we return to our steady running pace. The mocking, watchful land pursues us with its leering gaze again. Silently, with tunnel vision focused, I stay at the hound's side and keep pace with him. I try to ignore the pervasive aura of the black zone and focus solely on following him. The forest breaks. We run out into more open ground, a range of crooked mountains ahead. Stop. Locust's order stalls me so much I almost trip. I flap my arms madly to keep myself from toppling forwards. Where is it? What's out there? His snout is pointed upwards, taking short sniffs at the air. It is clear. We must now ascend the mountain. Then we will reach an old Zephyr village. The rhinestone disc is within. My head whips anxiously around me as he speaks. I'm still spreading and lurking forward to pounce from the saddles and eviscerate me. You must keep pace with me. This is now the task. Go. He's off, breaking into a controlled run ahead of me. I desperately try to stay by his side, lurching forwards and sprinting until I'm back beside him. He's no longer holding his speed back. Our joint footsteps stab at the eerie quiet, provoking the emptiness. We begin to sprint up a steep incline with a short wall of sharp rocks on our right. Logan suddenly leaps onto the rock wall, effortlessly climbing from one stone to the other. He ascends the entire thing with 3 bounds of his mighty stride, whirling around the stare down at me expectantly. Seriously? He's really trying to push me to my limit. Focus on the task, this and nothing more. I try to follow his route up the rock wall, but I'm much slower. The salt rocks dig into my hands, leaving my skin red and tender. When I finally reach the top, Logan has turned around and continued to run before I even got to my feet. Oh, give me a break. He's not even tired. Don't just stare at him. Keep going. He's testing you, remember. An arrogant mountain stands ahead of us, but Logan effortlessly navigates us beneath its imposing presence. The woods has given way to spiteful cliffs and sharp, fatal heights. Where are we supposed we climb? You've got to be kidding me. Follow. He sprints towards the cliffs, paying my disbelief no attention whatsoever. Logan runs through a gorge nestled between the sleeping mountain, his mighty strides taking him higher and higher onto haphazard boulders and jagged terrain. Here I see the peak of the husky's athleticism. He handles the difficult ground beautifully, the flow of his motion never slowing nor faltering. Eventually the terrain becomes so jagged that he's half running, half climbing. He effortlessly climbs upon cliffs, vaults up treacherous stone, and ricochets from boulder to boulder, all in smooth, fluid maneuvers. His free running is so fluent the stones and cliffs seem to part in reference to him. I've never seen anyone move like that. He's been doing this all his life, remember? This is your first day. All my focus is going on keeping pace with the assiduous hound. I'm focused on the task, nothing else. The fear of living faces and stabbing eyes seems laughable compared to the strain Logan is putting me through. Is this my vigor finally kicking in? I barely remember that I'm still inside the black zone. My efforts to keep pace with Logan reach a dead end when I reach a rock wall in the gorge. Water bleeds from the top and falls into a vast hungry lake below. With zero hesitation, the husky jumps at the sheer vertical cliffs and hooks his paws onto it, leaping and bounding upwards like a primate. I got his breathtaking agility. Logan makes the perilous climb in only a few moments, leaving me staggered down below. He seriously expects me to do that? There's no way I'm going to have to cheat. Bite, get us up there. Scanning for a route, 1 moment. Got it, here. There, follow that path. I'll control your movements for the trickier jumps. Okay, together. Body's guiding impulses kicked mid-flight as I run at the cliff, wiring my mind with precise instructions. I leap into the jagged rock and cling to it. Body's guidance is faultless. We start to climb. My hands start to sting as the stones cut into them, but I ignore the pain. Bite keeps my arms and legs moving correctly whilst I keep my eyes fixed on the route upwards. Just don't look down. Bite knows what he's doing. Just don't look down. Together, it doesn't take us much longer than it took Logan. We roll onto our feet as we reach the height of the cliff and land on solid ground. We did it. Keeping my momentum going, I spring back to my feet and continue to bound forwards, barely looking where I'm going. In my enthusiasm, I almost run straight off another zero drop. Logan's arm jumps out in front of me, blocking my path safely. Stumbling backwards to safety, I weigh myself back in and look at Logan. He's perfectly calm, still as a statue, staring at the scenery before us. Look at it. I do so. From here, we have a clear view all around us. The mountainous land is unobscured, and the full extent of the foreboding landscape is revealed to me. It's no less alluring and menacing than before, but a sense of focused tranquility washes over me. The crippling dread is not gone. I'm still wary, but not paralyzed with fear. It's a nice view. Focus on this. And nothing more. Besides me, the hound's tail starts to sway. You're learning. I look out at the vast mountains of Elea. Even the black zone is beautiful. There aren't any lasting jaws, no prying eyes, no grasping talons, just the wind, the cold, the sky, and ourselves. I focus on that. There's nothing here to be afraid of right now. Your vigor is strong. I feel better. I can think clearly. What happened? Is my vigor attuned now? It is, and it is not. Even as black wonders, we must be cautious. The darkness is broad. We may still become lost to it. To wander zones is a meditation. It is one small step, and then another, and then another. Some black wonders attempt to lost steps. They must stumble. For this, there are consequences. Even with the risk, we must walk the unknown that others cannot. Why? If we do not, all will be forgotten. Even if the clans believe they want this, they do not. I look back out at the scenery. I don't really understand, but I don't think I'm supposed to. So, demons are definitely real, right? I don't see any. They are real. You will hear them. They are very vocal. Be wary of their tricks. They make sounds that intimidate their prey. As she explains it, I think back to the limb he has in his lodge. My mind dwells on it. I wait for the freak out to come. It doesn't. I'm fine. How do I kill them? You do not. Then how do I escape them? You flee. I'm not understanding. Real close. Zephyr ruins are over the next hill. The Rhinestone Disc is just beyond that. You're okay. My brow tenses. I wouldn't say I'm okay, but I'm learning to breathe through the suffocating horror exuded by the black zones. Yeah, let's keep moving. Logan nods proudly at me. He gently pats and squeezes my shoulder. As he passes, I smile while I feel the familiar warmth of his touch once again in his back. How many demons have you seen? Logan hums thoughtfully under his breath as we stroll next to each other. Few. I do not look behind me when I won. I wince. Alex, explain your knowledge of them. Huh? Your knowledge. You are the last Zephyr. Right, but what do you want me to explain? You say there are constructs of these AI intellects. Oh, that, yeah. Artificial intelligence, just AI for short. And honestly, I thought so at first, but now I don't know. Explain. An AI is a set of instructions that can help solve problems. Really advanced AI might be able to, think, talk, just like Byte. I'm confused. So, remember how we could create a mind, same way we might paint a picture? Now imagine I put that mind in a body made of metal. Logan's muzzle scrunches up and distastes. You're talking nonsense. Just hear me out. What if that AI I just created decided to rebel? No, the Zephyr did not create these demons. You won't even entertain the thought. But look, in my time, demons were just myths with lots of different iterations. They're not real. I think it just happens to be what you guys decided to call. No. I ponder his stubbornness curiously. Why are you so sure? An AI intelligence is a mind created as a picture is painted? Yeah. No painter could create this picture. They will die. I blink at him, but they did die, Logan. We go quiet for a moment. Well, even my theory, I still can't explain how they mess with your head. Do not try. That is the path of the informed. Well, there might be a logical explanation unless I thought it occurs to me. It's something I've silently pondered for a while. Is magic real here? His face tightens. Magic, like the supernatural? Explain. Like things being possible that shouldn't be, natural order being manipulated? You're talking nonsense. I roll my eyes. I guess it's a question for Aeon. Okay. Thank you, Alex, for your thoughts. It is as I said, you have much to offer. Alex, you believe? He trails off. What? It is a fantasy. Tell me. Logan blushes. You believe they can be stopped? What, the demons? I laugh at the absurdity of it. How the hell will I know? I have no idea, not at all. The Zephyr ruins are behind this hill. What? My face falls at the sight before me. Logan catches my sudden distress and frowns. You are okay? I. Seeing a single broken down home in the woods was one thing, but an entire town, the extent of the cascade is laid out before me. The structures have been strangled by nature and desecrated beyond all recognition. It's a dry stench of decaying concrete and crumbling metal. There's nothing here. It's a tomb worse than I could have imagined. While we're dead, all of us extinct. You are not okay. Logan steps over and squeezes my shoulder again to comfort me. No one can even tell me how it happened. It was a long time ago. It's only been 3 days for me. My people are dead. Look, everything's dead. How? How did this happen? Logan despondently withdraws his paw. Sorry, this is just a lot. I thought since you have no memory. Logan hesitates uncomfortably. He has no idea how to console me. They are just buildings that contain salvage, only this and nothing more. Only this, nothing more. That's all we are now? Twinklets and rubble? Something that he says steals a spark of anger within me, not at him but at the cascade. They didn't deserve to be forgotten. He tilts his head sideways. But we must be cautious with what is remembered. There may be consequences. The fence clenches. Nobody even wants to remember us. They're too scared. How the hell did this happen, Logan? It's not fair. I want answers, not just for me, for everyone. Logan gives me a sideways glance. He seemed to narrow very slightly. Come, we must complete this task to earn the support of the other monks. We have time to search for salvage too. Together we tread down the hill into the ruined Zephyr town. A sense of abandoned melancholy lingers. Logan and I tread through tightly packed factories, all of it smothered by ruin. The town is a skeleton. Walls are smashed in and out. Roads are cracked beyond transversal. Rust and rot had crept around every neglected building and post. We move side by side in pensive silence. Our footsteps crunch on the crumbling cobblestone. The wind sings a haunting tune. Logan seems tuned into his surroundings, his ears flicking, his eyes sharp. You're recognizing things. Solemnly I shake my head. Bite can probably tell us. No. I fix him with a wary glare. He can scan things, otherwise we'll never know. He will lie. I shake my head frustrated. How can I get him to trust someone he can't see, hear, or understand? My gaze goes skyward to the tall structure somehow still standing after the cascade. What can you see, Bite? A boy mutt with a city attitude. Brilliant. Now focus. Tell me what happened here. Well, this town had a large industrial estate. There would have been a lot of people working and living here. I'm seeing external and internal detonations, ammunition casings, and incendiary burns. There's evidence of blockades being built in the streets. There was a last stand here. So the cascade was violent? By what I see, it's possible the Zephyr didn't just vanish. They were massacred. There was a war. You know this? Logan looks at me, his pace remaining constant. There are signs of a battle. I think my people were exterminated. The husky scowls. War makes bodies. There are none. Human remains for the cascade have never been found. What about the skulls Aeon has? He determined those to have been buried before the cascade began, 2,000 years at least. My face scrunches up in confusion. When demons kill, what do they do with the bodies? Logan looks uneasy. Sometimes they are taken, sometimes they are left. Other times they are displayed. You believe the cascade was caused by demons? The Zephyr would have hidden outside the cascade, outside the Blackstone to escape them. Maybe they did. I assume that's how people survived. No Zephyr survived the cascade. Well then, who formed the clans? Were bipeds part of the Zephyr? The formation of the clans is beyond memory. You did not mention this war before now. That's because Bite only just figured it out. And there's a scowl. No. Yes. His throat rumbles. Do not dig too deep, Alex. There are consequences. Before I can answer, he gestures for me to follow with a flick of his head and increases the pace. You need to find a way to make him trust me. Give him time. He'll come around. I exhaled, irritated, and followed the abrasive helm. After a while, Logan gestured to a nearby warehouse. The giant metal sliding doors are bent and collapsed. Half of the brick wall has caved inwards, and the structure is overgrown with vegetation. We have time to search for salvage. We will try in here. What are you expecting us to find? These buildings sometimes have good steel. Our workers can melt it down to make weapons and tools. Look for large cables. They sometimes contain copper. It is valuable. Come. We marched to the warehouse side by side and pulled the mangled metal door open together. I don't think we're going to find anything in here. Is it done? Perhaps not. We will search anyway. You will search in this area. I will search in the next. Is it a good idea for us to separate here? This place is much bigger than that old house. Being alone will strengthen your vigor. There are no demons here. Listen. I do so. We're both silent for a second. Tell me what you can hear. Nothing. Then it's clear. You were here them long before you could see them. He seems pretty confident. All right, I'll search there. I don't feel anxious about separating anymore. Wanting answers for my species has made me infinitely more focused. Okay, use your wit and take your time. Remain in the warehouse. I will return here soon. Rather awkwardly, I start shuffling around like a child lost in a crowded market. I have no idea what I'm really looking for. I sweep some crackled debris aside with my foot and quickly decide that I'm not going to find anything by myself. Alright, Bite. What can we see? Dirt. Some more dirt over there. On top of that dirt is more dirt. Nearby extra dirt, also dirt. You see those windows? Guess what they're covered in? Dirt? No, moss. But also dirt. Wait, there's an anomaly. Can you kneel down? Get a closer look at the floor. Confused, I do so. The rubble crackles beneath my feet as I kneel. Most of the floor is covered in broken debris and decaying rubbish. Some of the material on the floor is fallen as part of a layer. Rub your finger across that piece of glass. This seems like a good way to get an infection. I said to rub your finger on it, not pick it up and sieve it yourself. I do suggest bringing it up to my eyeline after smearing it over the broken glass. My fingertip is covered in grime. Ah yes, dirt. That isn't dirt. It's fertilizer that's been brought in from outside. There's a trail of it leading through the warehouse. Was someone else here? Follow the trail. It goes through that doorway on the far end. At the far end of the warehouse is a metal door. I approach it cautiously, trying to listen out for any unusual threats. When I hear none, I head inside to follow the mysterious fertilizer trail. It leads to a smaller rundown room. I'm guessing it used to be a bathroom, but something immediately catches my eye. Geez, that's a big flower. Get closer, let me scan. The sinks have been filled with pure brown soil. Growing in each one is a spectacularly used dome-shaped flower. Each is roaringly tall with bright orange petals. Clasped within the sunlit blooms are pale blue, glistening seeds. All the rubble in here has been swept aside. There are several holes in the roof, allowing sunlight to shine onto the sinks. The room stinks of chemicals. Someone has set up a makeshift laboratory on the far side, laden with pots, pans, salvage, cooking utensils, and breathing apparatus. I'm scanning those plants, but there are no results. I don't have them in my database. That's weird, but I can normally recognize anything. As I lean closer to the flowers, I have to admit they're quite beautiful. Each petal is the size of my hand. They have a gorgeous scent, like boiling honey. I reach forward. No, don't touch it. I wasn't going to. Bullshit, you weren't. I saw you. I can't tell you what they are, but their composition is similar to pepper somniferum, the opium poppy, but it's far more potent. Those pills are loaded with toxins. What kind of toxins? Hallucinogens, psilocybin, most notably, very concentrated. I've never seen anything like it. I scowled when I suddenly realized the obvious. It's Don Lily. This is a Soulcreek hideout. Oh, you might be right. How come you can't scan it? Well, Don Lily is a new species that emerged during the Cascade. We have been in our hibernation pod, so it's new to us both. I don't see how an entire species of plant could appear so quickly, let alone one this big. We need to warn Logan. I turned back to go find a husky. Ah, what the? No sooner have I left the bathroom, turned greenhouse, than a pair of unfamiliar paws have me by the scruff of my neck. I flare and find myself looking up into the eyes of a bestial female hyena. Her teeth bared furiously at me. What's this thing? Hey, get off. It talks. Help, demon. My teeth bared, I throw a wild punch at her. My knuckles connect with her muzzle at the wrong angle, and my skin tears at her fangs. She barely even notices. I flare my hand to try to shake off the pain. Ugh, what are you made of? She throws me to the ground with a horrible crunch. I stumble backwards to see my attackers. Alongside the hyena is another weasel. It's another female weasel, similarly poised for a fight. Behind them stands Americana, a Doberman, roughly the same size as Logan, but far less built, with a longer muzzle and a nastier snarl. The three of them stagger backwards when I see them, fists raised defensively and eyes wide with alarm. They're wearing rags that let blood straight from several wounds. All three are lithe and wary, with bloodshot eyes and trembling hands. I'm reminded of Burrow, with their withered physique and gaunt faces, but there's something more to it. They seem blurred and lethargic, almost completely sad to life. What is it? Demon, kill it! Their voices are slurred and tense. I raise my hands to them. Wait, I'm not a demon. It lies. Just kill it. Hang on, just listen. They don't let me speak, and the hyena charges at me madly with teeth bared, swinging her wobbly fist right at my face. She's bigger and stronger than me by miles. A punch to the face could knock me out straight, maybe even kill me. I flinch in horror. I don't even have time to bring up my hands to defend myself before. What happened? The hyena's fist is still flying at the same speed, but somehow everything seems slower. Time to later. My mind is still operating normally, but I perceive everything at a snail's pace. That was close. You're doing this? Sure am. I boosted your mental chronometry. I started by enhancing the neurons of your frontal cortex, parietal, basal ganglia, cerebellum, and hippocampus. The puny human brain version. You're just thinking faster. Superhuman reflexes. Well, that's, how does that help? I don't know how to fight. Realize we got this. We'll bring your right hand around in a circular motion to block the punch. Then we turn to the side and let her go past us. By my calculation, she'll lose balance and hit the ground. I'll help you with the movements. Is this going to hurt? Nah, we'll be fine. I meant her. Oh, well, a little. Estimation mild bruising on the tibia and patella areas, but she'll be okay. Body's abilities continue to push credibility, but once again, there's no point questioning it. Neither of us can explain it. We are what we are. I feel bodies sync together with my mind. We move together in our perceived slow motion. It's amazing. And once the air kisses my face as we twist and deflect the hyena with pinpoint accuracy. She careens past and collapses forward, just as Bite promised. Heads up, weasel coming. I hear her heavy footsteps. She charges her headlong at us like a berserker. aiming to tackle me around the waist. It's so strange. I know time hasn't really slowed, but it really feels like she's moving in slow motion. I can't describe it. Calculating. Okay, as soon as she's close, we're going to jump up and twist. Use her low stance against her. We roll right over her back. Together, we arch upwards and twist around her. She rolls beneath us and goes flying into the stunned hyena, the two of them crashing in a heap together. Bite adjusts my footing automatically, and I land without so much as a wobble. This is so easy. Will she be okay? Perfectly fine. Hey, we can actually fight. I never imagined. Ah! Fuck, I forgot about the Doberman. Pain erupts from my head as I feel his fist crack against the side of my skull. Bite catches it at the last moment and jerks my head to the left, saving me from taking the punch dead on. I avoid serious injury, but I'm still struck off my feet and knocked into the dirt again. Ow. So I tried to move you best I could. Thanks, you probably saved my face. It's the first time Bite has taken control of my body without my permission first. I think nothing of it. I trust him. Wait, stop. I'm a black runner. What? I come to my senses, seeing the Doberman standing over me threateningly. He's holding an old jagged knife tightly in his trembling paw. I'm not a demon, you maniac. I'm a black runner's acolyte. Behind me, the weasel and hyena untangle themselves and get to their feet. Both are totally startled. The Doberman snarls at me. You're not biped. I keep forgetting people don't know what a human looks like. I get up to my feet, causing them to recoil in alarm. The Doberman brandishes his weapon at me. Whoa, hey, take it easy. I'm a human, okay? Nah, Kai sat there extinct. It's a trick. He's lying. It's not a trick. I won't hurt you. Just back off. Unhindered, the Doberman rounds on me. I flinch fearfully, and he immediately does the same. I'm not afraid of you, demon. His voice suggests otherwise. I found, studying the three of them, to try and discern their condition. Their pelts have lost color, their eyes are shrunken, and their paws are shaky. Bite, what's wrong with them? Are they informed? I don't think so, but they're still unstable. Their physical appearance suggests chronic insomnia, hypervigilance, and impaired cognition. They're stuck in a persistent state of fight or flight. It was exactly how they felt earlier. I can't imagine a worse hell than being stuck in that mindset permanently. No wonder the black zones drive people mad. Maybe I can talk them down. I'm going to hear from my mentor. We got business at the wine store desk. We'll just leave, okay? You're here for our stash. I don't care if you're cooking Dawn sugar. We'll just start to look for salvage. He knows about it. Kill him. There's a rustle of movement behind me as a weasel attempts to grab me around the neck. Bite's reflex boost kicks in just in time as his code snaps into sync with my mind. I don't want to hurt them, but we're going to have to fight again. Let's get a weapon. What, where? Bite kicks a long metal pipe off the ground, then catches it deftly in midair for us to, with its calculated precision like it's a polearm. We swing the pipe deftly at our attacker, and it cracks against her face. She collapses, spitting blood. The knife-wielding Doberman and the hyena attack me at once. Bite and I spin the pole expertly around and batter the hyena in the face, then swipe her feet off from beneath her. The Doberman slashes wildly. I jump away, but the blade still nicks the palm of my left hand, cutting through my glove. A bolt of pain jumps up my arm. The knife flies from the Doberman's hand as Bite and I strike his wrist. We spin our polearm back around and smack his muzzle. He stumbles back, reeling. Will you guys cut it out? All three Soulcreeks get steadily to their feet, completely dazed from my counterattacks. We really messed them up. They fearfully back away. The Doberman scrambles for his knife, grabbing it from the ground before I can stop him. I can't believe how easy that was. Not only can we fight, we're damn good at it. Only a demon could move like that. We need to kill it. We need to defuse this. These people are unstable. I dropped my makeshift weapon with a clang, flicking blood from my hand and holding my arms up defensively. Easy, guys, easy. I don't want to fight. Just tell me what you're doing out here. Do you three belong to a clan? We'll never tell you. Shut up. Just stop. Shut up. Stop talking to it. Guys, I can help you. I'm here with my mentor. We can guide you out. It lies. Come on. All together. Kill it. All at once, they started to round on me. Bite and I ready ourselves to fight again. Stop. Logan's assertive, low voice booms from wall to wall, shattering the resolve of the Soulcreeks. He approaches them from behind. They whirl around and stare, each one of them turning to a statue at the side of him. I'm reminded of the day I first met Logan. It's the exact same scowl, caustic and scathing, a glare of absolute disdain. Move away from the human. I wince. This could get ugly, and I don't want anyone to get hurt. I mean, no more than I've already hurt them anyway. Logan, they're not thinking straight. It's not their fault. Louisa lowers her voice to others. Oh, that's Logan? The draconian runner? Kai's told us about. I know who he fucking is. Shut up. Logan's eyes widen. You were with Kai's clan. Then you are web-tied exiles. None of them reply. I'm reminded of a teacher angrily scolding a group of guilty students. You are Soulcreek, and this is Draconian land. It is my land. All of you will leave it now. The Doberman takes it, Setson. He takes a brave step towards Logan. We're not leaving, Mongrel. You don't own the black zones. We've been here for months. We can't go back. Kai's will hang us dead. This is all we have left, okay? We trade Dawn Sugar with some of the nomadic clans through the borders in return for food. But there are demons here. How long? But there are demons here. How have you survived this long? Ahina snarls at me with a vitriolic glare of flinch. They're not real. You know that isn't true. You thought I was one. Shut up. I shake my head. They're unhinged, and they won't listen. I don't know if we can help them. Look, let's just leave. This is their task. Fine, we will. Suddenly, the husky's eyes are locked on me. Alex, what? You're bleeding. I look down my bleeding hand and wince. It's fine, Logan. They're scared. I'm fine. Logan ignores me. His glare returns to the Soulcreeks with increased venom. Now he looks really pissed. You harmed my acolyte. Shit. He's a demon. Yes, they both are. Cut the small one's throat first. Any chance of Logan backing down evaporates. The hound's fist clenched at the Doberman. I touch his arm to try to soothe him. Logan pushes me behind him and advances on them. Back off. No. We're not going anywhere. You harm my acolyte. Your Dawn Sugar harms my clan. You will leave. The Doberman thrusts his knife in Logan's direction. This is our turf. Ugh. I'll kill you. I'll cut your fucking guts. I'll kill you. Do not pull a knife on me. You will not enjoy it. The Doberman bares his fangs, swinging the knife wildly. He charges at Logan. Logan, stop! Hound's assault is brutal and utterly without compromise. He gives the Doberman no mercy. I push past Logan and plant both hands his chest, pushing the husky back with all my might. You made your fucking point. Stop it. He guiltily keeps his eyes away from me. I turn to see the Doberman's condition and my blood turns cold. I've never been exposed to violence like this before. By how bad is it? Oblique fracture and humerus, severe. Posterior solar dislocation, dental intrusion on seven teeth, and the loss of 4 others. Severe fractures of the mandible, zygomatic cum maxillary, center and orbital zones. Estimated recovery time for primitive treatment 5 to 6 months. I can guide you through some immediate treatment options if you want to help him. The others rushed to the fallen companion, attempting to get him to his feet. The Doberman is barely conscious, only howling in pain when they nudged his shattered arm. I back away, moving closer to Logan. The man to haul the barely conscious Doberman to his feet, the hyena taking him over her shoulders. Louisa snatches the Doberman's discarded blade and points it at us, her arm trembling. Demon, both of them! They bare their teeth at us like we're a pair of savages. I didn't want demons! She backs away, snarling and spitting like a cornered beast. I just stare, my hands raised and fingers splayed so I mean no harm. Behind me, Logan is as still as a statue. The pair of them shuffle out, took the critically injured Doberman with them. I'm left with Logan. With the Soulcreek gone, he finally drops his stone face aside and sighs sadly. Deep down I understand the Doberman was hostile beyond reason, but all I can picture is Logan's face twisted in brutality. You don't think that was a bit too much? Logan whines something incoherent, clearly upset by my disapproving tone. He attacked. You could have just disarmed him or something. We could have walked away. They would have followed. They were Soulcreeks. Dawn Sugar is dangerous. This isn't about Dawn Sugar. As soon as you saw I'd been cut, you wouldn't back down. This is you being overprotective again. He snarls. No, this was a reasonable action. You have not dealt with those afflicted by the Black Sun before. They would have followed us. They would have killed you, and then me. They would have harmed others. You must be ruthless, Alex, if you wish to survive this path. When they are this far gone, violence becomes their mother tongue. I don't know. I don't know, Logan. Maybe you did the right thing, but you could have just disarmed him, and he stares at me expectantly. After all the compassion I've seen in him, there was just a darker, violent side I didn't want to think about. Maybe I'm just being naive. The guy was trying to kill him. This world isn't going to be sunshine and roses. You just scared me, okay? I've never seen anything like that, let alone from you. Hussey's ears flattened backwards. He looks away. I did not mean to frighten you. I'm sorry. I did not enjoy that. I did not enjoy doing that. He suddenly winces, flexes his shoulder painfully, and finally looked down at his paws. The left village one is pretty bloodied up. I'm not sure if it's his blood or the Doberman's. I sighed. Pa, give it to me. I'm fine. I narrowed my eyes, finally sick of his stubbornness. Give me your fucking paw, now! Logan seems really surprised by my assertiveness. He sheepishly holds his huge mitt out for me. I take his paw in both hands, with the knuckles facing upwards and run my fingers through his silky smooth, bloody pelt. It is bite skin. There's some nasty skin damage where his knuckles hit those teeth. He'll be okay, but we should disinfect the wound. Bite says you're fine, but you'll need to disinfect this. I gently wipe Logan's bloody knuckles with the edge of my hoodie sleeve. He winces, baring his teeth. I do not care what Bite says. I'm fine. If I see him a warning glare, he goes quiet again. At this point, I think he finds my scowls far more intimidating than I find his. I don't spend too long wiping blood from Logan's paw. In fact, after about a minute, I realize I'm just holding it. Hand. What? Show me your hand. Now. Grinning at his parroting of me, I hold my hand up so he can inspect the cut. It's still bleeding. He carefully takes my hand and turns it, palms facing upwards, in his own. The blade has cut you. You are okay. I have brought bandages. Keep still. Still cradling my hand in his huge paw, he dives into his satchel with the other paw and roots around, taking a roll of lining from it. Logan wipes my skin clean with a cloth, then pulls a tiny glass bottle from his satchel. He pops the cork off and pours the transparent fluid onto the cut. Ah! Be still. I grimace through the pain of the disinfectant, watch as Logan wraps the bandage around my palm. Just like how we met. You bandaged me the day we met. This wound is not severe. You will not require stitches. I laugh. I know, I was just saying. It reminded me of that. Feels like a long time ago. He tightens the bandage, then goes still. Beneath my hand, I feel the paw he's cradling me with flex. His fingers squeeze me gently. It is like that day. We both look down at our hands, laying on top of each other. I think about our little moment this morning and remember feeling him pressing himself into my back. He's a good hound. Then I remember his face just a moment ago as he beat the sugar cook. Hey Logan, Alex, you don't do that kind of thing to people a lot, do you? He shrinks guiltily. I did not. I was concerned they would harm you, and I am responsible for you. You are important. Unable to resist temptation, I squeeze his hand and feel him separately squeeze mine back. The rush of warmth I get being close to him like this becoming familiar, but no less intoxicating. Don't worry about me. It turns out I can defend myself. Explain. I fought them off all three. I was doing fine by myself. You are capable of fighting. I am. Good at it, too. Do you have strong vigor? You did not tell me this before. I didn't know, to be fair, Bite did all the work. Bite did this. Yep. If it wasn't for him, they'd have killed me before you arrived. I told you he's on our side. He's quiet for a moment. Thank you. Huh? To Bite, tell him I said thank you. My eyes boggle. Do you just approve of him? I did. It's protected you. That's good. This doesn't make us friends, dog. I smile. He still doesn't like you. But I think he appreciates your thanks. Okay. And since I can fight, you don't have to worry about me being in danger all the time. He looks confused. But what? You are small. Well, my eyes grinning. So what if I'm not small? You will always be small. You just like being the big alpha hound, don't you? He pauses for a moment, then looks down at our hands, resting atop each other. Then his grip tightens. He tugs me ever so slightly closer and gives me a salacious grin. I do like that. Whoa, where did this come from? Was it something I said? There's a particular hunger behind the look he's giving me. It's like I'm his next meal. His eyes nail at me, and I stare back. He's never looked at me in this way, with this intensity, with this heat. I feel so small. I should act more like a big alpha hound, dude. I should act more like a big alpha hound to you. He's making no effort to hide the intent behind his eyes. He's mentally undressing me. No, consuming me. I just know it. You should, maybe. I think you would like that. Maybe I would. His head tilts in lavish judgment, sizing me up. Your face is red. Alex, now is not the time for this. We should keep moving. Oh, right. Let's go of my hand. Come, the rhinestone disc is not far. He swiftly passed towards the exit. I'm left stunned. He's never spoken to me like that before. It was charged, heated, and electric. Behind it, there was so much pent-up hunger. There was not his usual insecurity rooted within his dominance there. He sounded so self-assured, so confident. It was yet another side of him I haven't seen before. Fuck, hearing him talk like that, I can only imagine what he's like when he's really turned on. What would happen if I teased him just a little? Wonder why he backed off. Did I say something wrong? Coughing awkwardly, I followed him back outside. I need to keep moving before I get a boner. It is not far. We amble through more abandoned streets. I strain my ears. We hear nothing unusual. There is no sign of the sugar cooks who fled from us. We're alone. I pause for a moment and stare into one of the vacant buildings. Inside is hollow, eerie. I stare for longer, and my mind wanders. Oddly, my hand fumbles with the music box in my pocket. My entire species gone. Nobody even remembers what we look like. Alex, focus. Right, sorry. Coming. Trying to abandon the thought and focus on a small task. I cast back out to Logan. So story back there were exiled to the black zones by the chief? That's a horse. It is cruel. Dravonia does not do this. I'm surprised they haven't been slaughtered by demons. I'm surprised they have not been slaughtered by I'm surprised they have not slaughtered one another. They certainly seem ready to slaughter us. What's the deal with this Caius guy? People keep mentioning him. He's the chief of the Riptide clan. Logan grumbles uncomfortably, his eyeline traveling outwards awkwardly. Caius has forbidden technology in his clan. That's weird considering how much you guys love Zephyr stuff. We changed directions after a quick head nod from Logan. Our footsteps clap on the dusty cobblestone. Caius believes the Zephyr leaned too heavily into the old knowledge. Becoming lost, it is easy to fall when you are lost. He believes that to utilize their technology is to attempt their fate over again. He believes the Zephyr should be forgotten. Do you believe him? I do not. Tell me what you think. I shrug. Sounds like he's balls deep in the same ignorance as everyone else. Ignorance is the order of the world, after all. That's what Dravonia says. But Caius believes ignorance is a law of the world. He enforces his belief within his clan strictly. Those who differ are exiled or killed. I'm thinking this guy isn't going to be my biggest fan. How does his clan survive without technology? Caius is ruthless. All are expected to contribute. Death is accepted as rooting out the weak. Caius has an uneasy truce with the other clans, but he has frequently caused conflicts. He wishes to massacre the Automonts to kill the old knowledge for good. They leave Ilaya in a permanent Stone Age. Dravonia says he has 4 black wonders. What's the use of them if he doesn't want salvage? Salvage is still useful for trade. Caius simply does not use it himself. Caius' fear of the old knowledge is profound. He warns the other clans that they will damn us all for using it. Many believe he would destroy us to prevent this if he could. Why doesn't he? The other clans will unite against him. There's enough talking of Caius. We have arrived at the rhinestone disc. The satellite station is massive. It towers within a rickety wire mesh fence that's half fallen down and half rusted to dust. And can practically feel the stress of bending and groaning from old age. Parts of the disc have fallen completely away. The Automonts say it has become active. It doesn't look active. Have you ever been inside? I have not. You know the purpose of these structures. They were sort of used to send messages like a mobile phone but on a much larger scale. I'm not sure why Ilaya had 2 of them though. The other is far from here. Alex, remember the task. We are attempting to determine why the rhinestone disc has been activated. Only this and nothing more. I will go first. Be alert. I'm not sure what we will find. I feel a creeping sense of foreboding as I follow Logan across the open glass towards the rhinestone desk. The windows are all locked, but still shutters, somehow still intact after all these years. There's a metal door leading inside. It doesn't look like anyone has broken in. Logan grabs a handle and pulls, but it rattles harshly and refuses to open. He tugs harder, baring his teeth, but it doesn't budge. Alex, yeah? It is locked. At first he adopts his signature glare, but then it softens. Let's just see what he says. He deserves a shot, right? For helping me fight off the Soulcreeks. Tell me how to. What? I do not know how to speak to him. I raise my eyebrows, pleasantly surprised. Oh, well, just talk. He can hear you. Alright. Bite. I'm speaking to you. This door is locked. You can help open it. Tell him to say please. Oh, come on, Bite. Just help us. Bite hurt me. He wants you to say please. I have to suppress a laugh at the irritated scowl Logan shoots me. This is a joke. It's not a joke, asshole. I only take orders from Alex. Bite, please, help us get in. Fine, kneel down by the door. Let me see the lock. I give Logan a thumbs up, which he returns stiffly, giving me a big grin as I kneel down to peer at the lock. A single iron deadbolt. It's very rusted. The hinges have heavily decayed. With enough force, it will break. Tell him what he needs to take a run up. Then kick the door right above the lock. It'll burst straight open. I step away. Bite says the lock is weak. If you kick the door right here with a run up, it'll break. He is certain. He's never been wrong. Try it. I move away to give Logan some space. He takes a few steps back, then braces himself and kicks his foot at the door. Just as Bite promised, the hinges shatter with a horrifying crunch and the door caves inwards. Logan seems surprised. He blinks down at the disembodied door, then over to me. Bite knew where to kick. He scanned it. He saw the thing was falling apart, just needed a bit of force. I'm telling you, he's on our side. Perhaps. Tell him I said thank you. For now, we must go inside. I do not know what to expect, so I will go first. Right behind you, big guy. Okay, so we finally reached the place that operates a satellite dish. I'm going to stop here for now. So about that scene where Logan found the MC being injured by the 3 Soulcreeks, and the way the MC was reacted to Logan, I think the MC needs to know that it's a totally different world from the one he was born in. I mean, it's more violent and lawless than what the world was back when the Zephyr still dominated the world. So I completely understand Logan being violent because he's used to this. He's been doing this his whole life. He knows how bipeds or people act in these black zones when they're drugged up, and when they get these dark lilies and they become black, and then when they become Soulcreeks and they use these drugs, these dark lilies, they it rots their mind and they become crazy. They just kind of like a cell of their former selves. And I don't like the way the MC got angry with Logan for that. I mean, Logan knows way more about this than he does. And it's a dangerous place, and sometimes you just have to be brutal. Otherwise, they'll be brutal with you. So, totally don't like the way the MC got mad with Logan for being brutal on those three. Because if he was a little bit merciful on them, they still would have attacked. And even if they ran away, they would have chased them. They would have chased after them and try to kill them. So I don't blame Logan at all for the way he acted. That's just how he got to act when he got in a bad place. We got violent people who just aren't there mentally, like those sugar cooks. So it seems like all of them are way bigger than Logan. I don't think there will be that many people, that many bipeds smaller than Logan. Aeon was actually smaller than Logan, but I guess he's sort of like one of the few exceptions in this world, because I think most of the bipeds are way bigger than Logan, so he does kind of need Bite's help with fighting these bipeds who are almost 8 feet tall like Logan is. So they haven't found any salvage so far, except for the MC finding a toy. In this room that operates the satellite dish, Logan and the MC will find some salvage, and hopefully they'll figure out what caused the satellite to come on, so that way the All-Monks will at least listen to what they have to say. Now, if they do find out what's wrong with the satellite and they go before the All-Monks, and the All-Monks will listen then, but after they explain the reason why the satellite came on, if they decide to help Logan find out what he is, then they'll have to do another favor for them. So what they're doing here in the black zones, this is just for the All-Monks to listen. This is not for them to do anything for them. They're just doing all this so the black zones can at least listen to what they have to say, and then if the black zones do decide to help the MC, then they have to do another task. So all the information for the game is in the description box below. Thank you all very much for watching. Bye.